Good morning. This video today is the second in a series of videos that students should use at the beginning of each term or year in order to create and initiate their experience with OneNote. This video specifically is about how to create a OneNote document and share that OneNote document with your teacher. So the first video in this series showed students how to create a personal document shortcut. That personal document shortcut is available in my favorites bar over here as personal documents. Now the OneNote that we create today will be saved in this personal document space so that both students and teachers can access it via SharePoint. Now if you haven't got this personal documents folder available with the yellow folder, can I suggest that you go back and watch the first video in this series, as it will outline how to get that personal documents folder existing the way it is now. Just before we get started on the video, I would like to give a small plug to the St. Helena Secondary College online YouTube channel. Now, let's try YouTube. There we go. So if you enter SHSC online YouTube, and the first link that comes up is the school's YouTube channel. Now at the moment the design is a bit bare. I'm working with some students and the visual arts faculty of the school in order to redesign this and make it a bit more exciting for users. On the YouTube channel though are all the videos, including the video you're watching right now, and I suggest and recommend that you take a moment just to have a look through all the different types of videos that are available on the YouTube channel, as there's lots of powerful information about how to set your computers up, how to do different things. There's also curriculum videos in here regarding to mathematics in particular, but science and physics as well. So quite a number of valuable resources. On top of that, there's also, as a school, we subscribe to some fantastic YouTube channels that have plenty of useful information, including VCE Further Mathematics, Khan Academy, Corridor Digital, just to name a few. I strongly recommend that you come in and have a look at this website. Anyways, moving along to the purpose of this video. So to create a OneNote on your computer so that you can use it for each subject, you're going to need to create firstly a OneNote notebook for each subject. So today's tutorial is going to be exactly about that. If you find Microsoft OneNote and click on it, now keep in mind I'm using the desktop version of Windows 8 here, so it looks slightly different, and the process will look slightly different for some students, as I'm using Microsoft OneNote 2010 and the students have access to Microsoft OneNote 2013. The steps are exactly the same, however they look slightly differently, so please just take a moment and take your time as you're going through this video and follow along as I go. So to open a new OneNote notebook, you can see that I've already got 7 OneNotes open on this left hand side here. I'm going to create another one, and I'm going to create it as if I was a student. So I click on File, and then I select the third option down, which is New, and it gives me an option of where I'd like to store the notebook. Now for this situation I'm going to store the notebook on the network, and that network is our SharePoint network. So click the middle one, Network, and when it comes to a name, this is really important that you name your OneNote in the appropriate fashion. The importance of doing this is to make it easier for both students and teachers to find which notebook they're doing which work in. You can't do all of your subjects in one exercise book, and just like that you can't do all of your subjects work in one OneNote notebook. So we're going to call this one, and I'm going to name it after a student in 7J. So 07, the 0 helps to order the OneNotes in year levels for teachers who teach more than one year level. So 07 and then your form group, so 7J. I then select underscore. Now I'm going to write the subject. So this is going to be my English OneNote. Underscore again. I'm going to put my my teacher initials in here. So if my teacher was Miss Whiffen, I'm going to put SW for Sue Whiffen. Underscore again. And now as a student, I'm going to put in my student code. So ABC 0001. So once again, you've got 07 your year level, your form group 7J, underscore the subject, underscore your teacher, underscore the student. This will enable all of the OneNotes to be ordered in a fashion that makes it very simple for teachers and students to know what they're doing where. When I come down to network location, you need to select the Browse button on the right hand side here. If you click that Browse button, you will come up with a file explorer that you're quite familiar with. you need to check this personal documents folder over here. This is where I would like to save this OneNote, and as you can see, I already have 3 OneNotes that are saved in this place. This file is on SharePoint, so by saving here, not only do I have access as a student, but I can also give access to my teachers. So click Personal Documents and then select Select. Once you've done that, scroll down and click Create Notebook. This dialog box will pop up saying Notebook has been created. It is accessible to anyone with permissions at that network location. Do you want to email someone about the notebook? Now, as a student, if you have Microsoft Outlook activated, okay, which you can do by activating it on your computer, you select Yes, email a link. And this will bring up an Outlook email, and I want you to send this email to your teacher. The reason being is that will give your teacher a very quick access to this network location and to your notebook. Now, your teacher has access to your personal documents folder, and as your teacher, they will be required to go in and check your OneNote to make sure that you're doing the work that's being asked of you. So by emailing them a link, you're making it a lot easier for them to do their job. It also makes it a lot easier for you to get feedback. Don't forget to tell your teacher what it is, and also, just to be courteous, don't forget to sign off. Please be sure to send the email to your teacher. Don't send it to me, Mr. Simpson, unless of course I am your teacher, because as much as I like all the students here in the school, I don't have time to check all of your OneNotes. You then click Send, and that email will be sent off to your teacher, giving them access to your OneNote. Now, if you look down the left-hand column of my notebooks library here, you'll see at the bottom here is my new 7J English OneNote notebook. But there's nothing inside it, is there? So the next video in this series, the third video in this series, will outline how students are going to be able to populate this OneNote notebook with sections and components that come from the teacher master copy. So for teachers, this is an important 2 videos to watch: how to get students to create their own OneNote for each subject first, and then how to copy across from the teacher master copy into their own version. That video is number 3 in this series. For now, thanks very much, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please, like I said, watch the 3rd video and the 1st video if you need to get a complete understanding of how to use OneNote and SharePoint to collaborate with your teachers using OneNote.